Coach Brad Laird, the Demon football coach, another day in the books. First, before we get specific, Coach, tell us just how things went today.
Well, some opportunities to learn, and not just learn the X's and O's. You know, we had down and distance situation, had third down. Understanding the down and distance. We weren't locked in. We knew we were working third downs, but what's the distance? And we got to be locked in because that changes calls, that changes the mindset. But then also I think another learning experience is when one side of the ball things are going good, trying to get it corrected on the other side and vice versa, because we've had that throughout camp. And it's one thing to have good energy, good enthusiasm when things are going good, but you got to be consistent with that, just like you got to do the X's and O's, and that's something that we got to continue to work on. When things aren't going well, we got to have that internal leadership to get that enthusiasm back going. And so, you know, that I think it was a big day. At the end of it, we can really learn some specifics that really don't have anything to do with X's and O's.
Okay, let's focus back on the receivers as a group. Talk about their progress.
Well, I think, you know, what you've seen from the spring, the 15 days we had in the spring, the work that they put in during the summer that has carried over to now 12, 13 practices in the fall. You see a more consistent group. You see things really coming together, you know, whether it's new guys that have stepped up, incoming freshmen or transfers, or guys that have been here that are getting more comfortable within the scheme. So you're seeing a lot of guys that have really stepped up and going to play a pivotal role as we move forward.
It's interesting as you look at the group on paper. Obviously, you think of Jazz Ferguson and you think of Quan Shorts as newcomers who are going to be impactful. You think of guys who had 35 receptions each last year, and Jalen Watson and Marquesian Chapman. Yet in the Delaney Bowl, your offensive MVP with a big yardage total was Bryson Bork. And in your first preseason game last Saturday, the leading receiver in terms of catches and yardage was little Gavin Landry. How does that happen?
Well, I think what you see is you see consistency within the group with more guys being able to make plays. Is, you know, because initially, you know, people want to look at maybe the newcomers that are here or the guys that had the top catches last year, which rightfully so. But what you see is those guys that have worked extremely hard to put themselves in position. One, a Bryson Bork, who, you know, played last year, played some consistent snaps late in the season. But you've seen his game step up, not just as a receiver, but as a leader of that group. Gavin Landry, another one that you saw during the spring. He had a great summer, and that has carried over into fall camp. I think he had a couple of days with a groin injury, but let that rest and came back, had a great scrimmage won. But, you know, those guys continue to do the right thing. If you continue to do the right thing, you're going to put yourself in position to have the opportunity to make plays. And I say opportunity because you still got to make them, and those guys have taken advantage of that.